Hey, welcome to a Psalm for today. I hope to reassure you that Jesus is Lord. It's a rainy day here in Phoenix, Arizona. You might hear our wind chime up there from time to time. Paula gave me that, and I love to hear the sound of the wind. I love the rain. Thank you so much for letting me come into your life by way of this live stream. We are talking about the angel Gabriel today on a Psalm for today. There's only two angels mentioned by name in the Protestant Bible. That is Michael and Gabriel. I have been fascinated by angels my whole life, especially since I met one when I was about 10 years old. I don't remember the age, but I remember every part of the event. It was a glorious encounter. Nonetheless, he didn't tell me his name. I said to the angel, I said, my mom and dad don't get to talk to people from outside of this village very often. Can I tell my parents your name? He said, no. I said, you have a name, don't you? He said, I have a name, but the Father has asked me to remain anonymous. Well, I didn't even know how to say anonymous. So when the angel left, he'd given me this little thing, and the angel left, and I didn't know it was an angel at the time. I just could tell something was different. And I ran up and I said, Mom, this person gave me this. And she said, well, who gives it? I said, I don't know. They're not from our village. And she said, well, what was his name? I said, he said anonymous. I couldn't say it. She said anonymous. And I gave her what he had given me. She opened it up. It was two $100 bills folded tightly together. And what I didn't know is my mom and dad were in the back room praying for money because we had no food. Well, anyways, we ran to the window, and there were no footprints to or from the door in the freshly fallen snow. It was as perfectly smooth as it had fallen. And I remember just sensing several times in the conversation, the angel told me, I do, but Father has much for me to be doing. He said it several times. Father has much for me to be doing, which is interesting because I know angels are created beings, but I hadn't really thought about them calling God Father. Nonetheless, I loved angels my whole life. And so our two daughters, their middle names are angelic names. So Keila Gabriel, named after the angel we're talking about today, Gabriel, and Danae Michael. Now, Danae doesn't like her middle name that much, if I understand correctly, but I love the angel Michael. And according to the scriptures, I don't think angels have gender, but if they do, it's okay to be a Michael angel. What a great angel that is. Nonetheless, back to Gabriel. Okay, the psalm for the day is he will give his angels commands regarding you. Gabriel is kind of like the highest that we know of angel that speaks for God and carries out God's messages, right? God doesn't send a text, right? When he wants to communicate to Mary or he wants to communicate to Daniel, he sends the angel Gabriel. Listen to Daniel chapter 8. While I, Daniel, was watching the vision and trying to understand it. He's like, I'm trying to understand this thing. There before me stood one who looked like a man. And I heard a man's voice from the Ulai calling, Gabriel, tell this man the meaning of the vision. So Gabriel is there, and someone calls to Gabriel and says, tell this man the meaning of the vision. As he came near the place where I was standing, I was terrified and fell prostrate. Son of man, he said to me, understand that the vision concerns the time of the end. While he was speaking to me, I was in deep sleep with my face to the ground. Then Gabriel touched me and raised me to my feet. What a great story. Thank God for Gabriel the angel. But notice, Gabriel brings the important message and helps understand dreams, understands what God is saying in picture form to humans. Gabriel and Michael are both involved in Daniel's life. And to my knowledge, well, not to my knowledge, Daniel is the only person mentioned in the Bible that had encounters with Gabriel and Michael. So Keila Gabriel is named after the angel Gabriel. The name Michael is named after the angel Michael. Our son Daniel is named after Daniel in the Bible. So sorry, Jonathan, you didn't get an angel name, but that's how it goes. By the way, our boys' middle names are my favorite missionaries of yesteryear. So it's Jonathan Taylor after Hudson Taylor, and it's Daniel Elliott after Jim Elliott. One of the highlights of my naming life was when Elizabeth Elliott held Daniel when he was little, and we got to see him with Elizabeth Elliott. Then in Luke chapter 1, then an angel of the Lord appeared to him standing at the right side of the altar of incense. This is the priest Zechariah. When Zechariah saw the angel, he was startled, of course, and was gripped with fear. But the angel said to him, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah. Your prayer has been heard. Your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you are to call him John, for he will be a joy and a delight to you, and many will rejoice because of his birth. For he will be great in the sight of the Lord. He is never to take wine or other fermented drink, and he will be filled with the Holy Spirit even before he is born." There we go. Initial physical evidence of the baptism of the Holy Spirit in this verse was an angel explaining that he was filled with the Holy Spirit prior to his birth. He will bring back many of the people of Israel to the Lord their God, and he will go on before the Lord in the spirit and power of Elijah to turn the hearts of the parents to their children and the disobedient to the wisdom of the righteous, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord. Zechariah asked the angel, "How can I be sure of this? I am an old man and my wife is well along in years." The angel said to him, "I am Gabriel." Oh, I'd like to hear that. "Oh, I am Gabriel. I stand in the presence of God, and I have been sent to speak to you and to tell you this good news. And now you will be silent and not be able to speak until the day this happens, because you did not believe my words, which will come true at their appointed time." Oh my goodness, I love this. How fantastic is that? Well, let's just go through it quickly. I'm already at 7.5 minutes of my 10-minute allotment that I give myself. He said, "I am Gabriel. I stand in the presence of the Lord." Fantastic. What it is to have somebody that stands in the presence of the Lord come and stand in your presence. Amazing. "I have been sent to speak to you." Remember, he will give his angels commands regarding you. I have been sent. This is what the angel Gabriel models for us. God sent the angel Gabriel, and to tell you good news. I think the angels can be involved in war, the warring angels. Gabriel seems to be involved also in good news. "And now you will not be silent. You will be silent and not be able to speak, because you did not believe my words." What a fantastic experience for Zechariah to go into the Holy of Holies, which is a small space. He's the only person allowed in there, and only allowed in there once a year. And poof, the angel Gabriel shows up there. Oh man, that's incredible. And so the angel presented good news. The angel had a message from God. And some people say God doesn't speak today. Well, God can do anything he wants. He's God, right? If he wants to speak to you, he can send an angel to talk to you. He can give you a dream. He can shout your name right out loud. He's able to do any kind of communication you want, any kind of communication he wants, because he is God and he is the living word. And I think I'll save the next part about the angel Gabriel to Joseph and Mary for tomorrow, because we're at 9 minutes and 20 seconds already. Brothers and sisters, take courage. God can send from the very presence of God a messenger to you. Remember, he gives his angels charge regarding you. Now, undoubtedly, he has given commands regarding you that you haven't heard. I've only heard one in my whole life. Talked with an angel once in my entire life. But many people go their whole lives and never do. Lord, thank you for that privilege. I'm so blessed. Brothers and sisters, God's got your back. You're safe. Rest in him, and he is your faithful one. Jesus is Lord.